After understanding trigonometric identities, let us come to new thing which is called binomial theorem, or sometimes that is also called binomial expansion. So why we need to learn expansions, different type of expansions? Why do we need to learn them? The reason is that many times calculating something is not very easy, especially when something is in power. Here we have power. So when we have some kind of power, calculating those things are not easy. So how do we do that? So in that time, these expansion will help us. So first, let us understand some of the things. So first of all, in this expansion, we have x square less than 1. Suppose x is equal to 0.6. Okay. So what is x square? X square is just square of this. That means 0.6 square, and square of 0.6 is equal to 0.36. So definitely less than 1. So this binomial expansion theorem can be used here. In this case as well, x square must be less than 1. So binomial expansion can be used when x is less than 1. X square is less than 1. Why they have written x square is less than 1? Because x can be negative. X can be negative. Even if x is equal to minus 0.4. Okay. So what is x square? X square will become positive because minus minus will cancel out and we have 0.16. So x square will be positive, still less than 1. So we can use this binomial expansion for x square less than 1. So y square, because square of a negative quantity is also a positive quantity. That's why they have used this term. Now next thing what we have to learn is this symbol. What is this symbol? 1, this exclamatory mark, 2, exclamatory mark. This symbol is called factorial. Factorial. This symbol is called factorial. So what is the meaning of this factorial? Sometimes it is written like this: 1, 2, 3, or in books generally they write something like this: 1, 2, 3. So this symbol is called factorial. Let us understand what is the meaning of factorial function or factorial. So 1 factorial is simply equal to 1. Okay. 2 factorial is equal to 1 into 2. Now 3 factorial is equal to 1 into 2 into 3. 4 factorial is equal to 1 into 2 into 3 into 4. 5 factorial, simply up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. This is 5 factorial. What is 6 factorial? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This is 6 factorial. So we have up to 6 factorial. Similarly, we can make 7 factorial, 8 factorial. Now let us calculate the value. This is simply 1. 1 into 2, 2 factorial is equal to 2. 3 factorial, 1 into 2, 2 into 3, 6. 4 factorial, 2, 6 is equal to 24. Now what is 5 factorial? Up to here 4 we have calculated, that is 24 into 5, that is equal to 120. Up to 5 we have calculated. This 120 into 6 is equal to 720. So here you can see the factorial is rising very rapidly. Factorial is rising very rapidly. Now we have understood the meaning of factorial function. So now let us see binomial theorems. So these formulae in your book is written somehow incorrectly. These are written incorrectly. So let me write myself these formulae. Special thing is you have to remember x square is less than 1. Why x square? Because x can be negative as well. So now let me write this first formula. So instead of writing this, let me write this 1 plus minus x, okay, to the power n. Now this is 1 is correct. Second term only minus is written. Let me write plus minus. So if you write with plus, you use plus. If you write with minus, you write minus. Next is nx upon 1 factorial. Factorial we have just understood. 1 factorial means 1. So n x upon 1 factorial. Okay. Now second term. Second term will always be plus. Second term will always be plus. Why? Because if we take plus, we have plus. We take minus, minus. But if we square this, whether it is positive or negative, if we square this, so we always get positive. So second term is always positive. So what we have second term? n minus 1 x square upon 2 factorial. Now again third term will be plus minus. Third term will be plus minus. So what would be the third term? They have not given. So let us write n minus 1, n minus 2, and x will become cube, x cube divided by 4 factorial, sorry 3 factorial, 3 factorial. So this is third term. Now fourth term, what would be the fourth term? Fourth term will again be positive. So all these terms, if this is first, second, third, and suppose this is fifth term, all these alternative terms are only positive. So this will be positive. n minus 1, n minus 2, okay, n minus 3, n minus 4, and x to the power 4 divided by what? 4 factorial. 4 factorial. Okay. So in this way we write the terms. Now let us write for power minus n. So this we have written. Now let us write for 1 minus or 1 plus minus x to the power. This time power is also minus n. So let us write. So 1, but this time this for minus power, this positive negative will reverse. This has reversed. This is reversed. N x upon 1 factorial. Okay. Now same thing. Second term will always be positive. So what we have? N. But this time not n minus 1. We have only n plus 1. X square upon 2 factorial. Okay. Third term again negative positive, negative up, positive down. So we have n plus 1, n plus 2, because with minus power we are adding this. Okay. Divided by 3 factorial into x cube. Now fourth term will always be positive. Fourth term will always be positive. So let us write n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3, okay, x to the power 4, and what we have below? 4 factorial. What would be the fifth term? Minus plus n plus 1, n plus 2, n plus 3, n plus 4, x to the power 5, x to the power 5 upon 5 factorial. So in this way we write the expansions. Now two more important quantities are this exponential expansion. Exponential is a very important function that we will learn, but this is very important to learn about exponential function. What is the exponential expansion of this e to the power x? Simply write this: e to the power x is equal to 1 plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial, and so on. Now next is logarithmic function. Log right now we don't know, but log must be understood to understand the second chapter. So log 1 plus x, how do we expand this? Log 1 plus x is equal to x minus 1 by 2 x square plus 1 by 3 x cube. So what would be the next term? Minus plus minus. So minus 1 by 4 x to the power 4. Okay. Similarly in expansion, 1 plus x square upon 2 factorial plus x cube upon 3 factorial plus x4 upon 4 factorial. So you know what is the meaning of factorial. So after exponential and logarithmic, let us understand expansion of trigonometric functions. Okay, trigonometric functions. But important thing here is theta is in radian. Theta is in radian, theta is not in degree. You know theta is in radian. What is 1 radian equal to? 1 radian is equal to, first let us write pi radian is equal to 180 degree. We have learned this. Okay. So 1 radian is equal to, nearly equal to 57.3 degree. Okay. So this we know. So 1 radian is equal to 57.3 degree. So here theta is in radian. So what is the expansion of sine? Sine theta is equal to theta minus theta cube by 3 factorial plus theta 5 by 5 factorial. Next term is negative, theta 7 by 7 factorial. Okay. Sine, in sine minus plus minus. What is in case of cos? Let us see cos. So this is sine. Cos is equal to 1 minus theta square upon 2 factorial plus theta 4 upon 4 factorial. What is the difference? Here 1, 3, 5 powers are going on. Here 2, 4 and so on power are going on. Now what is the expansion of tan theta? Tan theta is theta plus theta cube upon 3, 2 theta to the power 5 upon 15. So please write all these expansions. All these expansions should be written in your copy.